He got it!
Taco just kind of laid off, and then when he saw the shot coming, got that arm stretched out. 3-ball there by Edwards is good.
The last three, as Duvall went by, Gates took a long time to take that three and gave Duvall a chance to come back for that shot block.
Edwards elevates for 3 and knocks it down. Cuts it to 15.
Need some stops here now.
Oh,
boy.
Sweet spin move right through the entire defense. Count the bucket and a foul. Edwards with just a
I don't know how Reed had time to foul him. I mean, he was by him before he reached, it looked like.
Well, he swiped down. Bohannon gives it off for Edwards. Edwards through the lane on the attack and off the glass with the left hand.
He having some fun out there right now, Mr. Edwards.
Good three-point shooter. Has started off a little bit slow. Now steal by Edwards. Poor pass by King. Edwards takes it up with an easy left-handed layup. 7-21, little 5-point run of the Red Claws. Now a steal by Edwards, and Edwards finishes with a flush. Ball movement by the drive. Withers averaging 7 a game, gets his first basket at 3-ball. Edwards, top side, responds with a triple of his own. Here's a right-handed pass. Now back to Edwards in the corner. 3-point launch at the buzzer, and Edwards beats it with a triple try. Edwards on the run, full head of steam over the timeline, gets past Withers, goes up and lays it off the rim, and goes coast to coast for the easy layup. Biggest lead was at 6, opening seconds of the game when Drive had a 6-0 lead, and not had much of a lead since. 3-all by Carsen Edwards, solid man from the long line. Edwards, high off the window, beautiful move, count it. Plenty of shot clock. Edwards cocks, shoots, and scores. Boy, the quick release. Edwards, good defense by Sword on him. Shot clock at 11. Edwards wheels, goes up with the left hand, contact in the shot, and one is Carsen Edwards with a sweet kiss off the window. That was a superior move by Edwards.
Is who's sitting in the stands. The general managers, the player personnel people from all 30
Edwards to the cup. He gets that one to drop.
of a job against Grand Rapids.
Here he is, Edwards, up and in. He spins in. Thought he was fouled, but gets ripped. Here's Carsen Edwards the other way and gets the teardrop there on the layup. Little finger roll. Carsen Edwards with the
Maine was the team that didn't start well in the first half.
Pointer with 14 points. Edwards reverse layup.
Well, I'll tell you what, he is such a strong, explosive player.
I mean, he can do literally everything on the floor as we see it here.
Finally, Maine gets on the board. 10-2 run to start it. Here comes Waters back the other way.
They got in the paint. And got an easy bucket. Here it goes again.
Waters will lay it in. And here's Edwards getting to the passing lane. And so Edwards now with back-to-back buckets. Without Taco Fall, certainly the Bluecoats going to take some advantage in the paint. And there's
And decided he was going to wear 57.
Lest we forget, Edwards with a leaning three. He wanted the and one. Brown Reds are trying to flip the momentum in a 90-90 ball game. And that's a tough layup and got it to go for Edwards.
Absolutely light it up. Very, very skilled shooter. Especially, that was a pull-up, but especially with a floater.
Speaking of floaters, Carsen Edwards with a floater from the foul line, potentially into this game, Coach, if rebounding is an issue.
Well,
Carsen Edwards.
If the fans have anything to say about
Hesitation move. Edwards drives in, high off the glass, gets the roll. 17-8, the Red Claw. It's the high screen inside, stripped to the basketball. Tremont Waters saves it, and the Red Claws coming back the other way to Carsen Edwards. 2-on-2, Edwards will drive inside anyways, throws it up, gets it to go. It's up to 8 points. Bryce Brown, the only Red Claw in double figures so far with 13. As Zaire Smith will also check in. A rebound will go to Kaiser Gates. Gates, who missed last game with an illness. Played sparingly so far. Carsen Edwards, the Boston Celtic draft pick. Top of the key, three is good. Here is Carsen Edwards. Driving in, finding Brown, back to Edwards. Carsen puts the head down. His shot is up and good inside.
Finally, Maine gets on the board. 10-2 run to start it, and here comes Waters back the other way.
They got in the paint. Got in the paint and got an easy bucket. Here it goes again.
Waters will lay it in. And here's Edwards getting to the passing lane, and so Edwards now with back-to-back buckets. Without Taco Fall, certainly the Bluecoats going to take some advantage in the paint.
Because he's so big and he finished at the rim.
Edwards lays it off, and Page will knock down the triple. That's his first bucket of the game. Lest we forget, Edwards with a leaning three. He wanted the N1. Gianno is good to hear from Austin. The Celtics got a lot of
opportunity throughout his basketball career. He has made the most of it. As a senior for Bob Huggins at West Virginia, he played the six-man role. Was instrumental for the Mountaineers.
Edwards. He'll knock it down. Maybe that'll get him going.
I love it.
Brown Reds are trying to flip the momentum in a 90-90 ball game. And that's a tough layup and got it to go for Edwards. Highsmith. Off the break, can't hit. And Edwards with a key rebound. They're on the move. Waters.
Good push.
Absolutely lighted up. Very, very skilled shooter. Especially, that was a pull-up, but especially with a floater.
Speaking of floaters, Carsen Edwards with a floater from the foul line, potentially into this game, Coach, if rebounding is an issue.
Well,
Carsen Edwards.
If the fans have anything to say about it, it will not be long.
Hesitation move. Edwards drives in, high off the glass, gets the roll. 17-8, the Red Claws with the lead. Timeout for the Delaware. It's the high screen inside, stripped to the basketball. Tremont Waters saves it, and the Red Claws coming back the other way to Carsen Edwards. 2-on-2, Edwards will drive inside anyways, throws it up, gets it to go. It's up to 8 points. Bryce Brown, the only Red Claw in double figures so far with 13. As Zaire Smith will also check in.
And you know, Coach was talking the other day.
Oh, and here's a steal, Coach. Sorry, Carsen Edwards, easy bucket there. And Carsen Edwards is into double figures. Showing here today. It was a sellout, and most people showed up even with the terrible weather that we had outside as Carsen Edwards hits that from the right elbow. The rebound will go to Kaiser Gates. Gates, who missed last game with an illness. Played sparingly so far. Carsen Edwards, the Boston Celtic draft pick. Top of the key, three is good. Here is Carsen Edwards. Driving in, finding Brown, back to Edwards. Carsen puts the head down. His shot is up and good inside. Member of the Bluecoats starting five to get double figures, and there is another nice bucket. Carsen Edwards, open look, and there's the first three-pointer of the game for the Maine Red Claws. Edwards working on the bigger Kabangala, drives right into him, uses the body, shields him off and scores. And here comes Edwards quickly down the floor for the Red Claws. Just 5 points so far for Carsen Edwards. Well, you can change that. J.J. Avila back into the game. He'll guard Taco now as Carsen Edwards gets a high screen from Taco and hits from the elbow. Edwards. Beautiful spin move. Carsen Edwards high off the glass and in. That was pretty.
Too much dribbling.
And Carsen Edwards is going to take a three off that dribble and drain the shot. Taco missed another foul shot, but Yante Mate with a rebound. He'll find Edwards. Carsen Edwards. Floater is good. Timeout just like that for the Clippers. Avila and Laurier for the Clippers. Edwards catch and shoot three, top of the key. Got it. Can't give him any space, Coach.
Plenty from him, I'm sure, as the game goes on. And, of course, red hot. These Red Claws have won 7 in a row. They've won them in all different fashions. Quick 5-0 run here for Dangadell.
Carsen Edwards around a screen, knocks down the mid.
Egbunu runs about 240 pounds, and Taco had his way with him, backing his way in methodically. The Long Island Nets, no doubt discussed during that timeout the best way to attack the 7.
1 of 11 now from downtown for the Nets. Devin Kennedy has had 3 good looks. He's missed them all. Carsen Edwards gets a tough roll. Adele, Williams, Casababu, Kennedy, and Chioza, the 5 for Long Island. Bibbs, Edwards, Waters, Mayton and Gates.
A fine shooter from long range is Chris Chiozza.
Carsen Edwards, pull up J off the window.
Again, Martin signed just under the midnight deadline on Wednesday into Thursday to sign two-way players.
Martin's first made three, more of them going down for Long Island here in the third. Just 6 of 28 for the game as Edwards answers on the other end for now, but they will look during the break as Edwards is feeling it. Carsen Edwards from way downtown.
Exclamation point there from Chiozza.
Carsen Edwards back the other way for Maine. Back to a 7-point game.
This is a 12-0 run for the Skyhawks to take a 4-point lead.
Good job of Taco Fall recognizing the double team and where it came from. You swing the ball, one extra pass gets you a wide open three.
First basket for Carsen Edwards, who's Edwards quickly. Quick release and fire, and Edwards has now hit a couple.
And Yante Mayton knows how to use his body as well.
Brown threw it up there, and Gillespie wanted a foul call, didn't get it. Drops it off for Mayton with the one-handed finish.
Well, he's not going to
Red Claws back on offense. They're out of Portland, Maine, and the NBA G League affiliate of the Boston Celtics. They put together a great team as Edwards squeezes in the layup, and Edwards starting to heat up here.
Catch, one bounce. I'm right up at the rim. I'm going to finish.
And Bibbs, Ward and Mayton are having a WWW wrestling match. I don't even know if that's a league. Derrickson in double figures.
Yeah, coming out of the half, you know, the Red Claws didn't have anybody in double figures. 5 guys, all around 8 points, 6 points, but nobody in double figures, including this guy.
Edwards gets the layup one, but it certainly looked like one.
Yeah.
Edwards up over Ward, pulled away by Gates, and now the Skyhawks an opportunity to run the break. Charlie Brown over dribbled a little much too much in traffic, got stolen away. Edwards coast to coast layup. Red Claws back on top.
And you wonder how.
Edwards works off a screen from Fott off at least. Edwards rises up, hits the three.
You got to guard him.
Carsen Edwards 4 3-pointers. He's now got 26 in the game. And Derrickson the 2 bigs for the Skyhawks. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! He didn't just do that, did he?
Oh!
Did he just do that?
That was the most unexpected dunk I've seen in a long time.
Did Carsen Edwards just do that?
Whoa!